What's up, radio fans? Big Al here on this Friday, September 11th, 2020. Happy Patriots Day. Can you guys believe it's been 19 years since our country changed forever, since our world changed forever? Rest in peace to all those we lost 19 years ago today. All right. Tuesday, I decided to do something new here on the channel involving radio rankings. I ran through the entire rankings for the Phoenix radio market, and I was so happy with how that video turned out. I decided to do it again for another market. So today we'll be looking at the Nielsen radio ratings for August of 2020 for the Philadelphia radio market. Now this is going to include some stations from obviously New Jersey, some from Delaware. So if there's stations that you did not hear me talk about on my Philadelphia rundown of the AM and FM stations, you'll likely find them on these ratings videos. So this is the second in this ongoing series, and if you like what I'm doing, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe to my channel, ring the bell twice, get notified every time I post a new video like this one when I'm done. Okay, before we get started, it's just as we started the last video off with, a little note here. Audience estimates are derived in part using Nielsen Audio's estimates under license, and they license persons 12, and they look at people age 12 and older who tune in Monday through Sundays from 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. Nielsen Audio no longer relays, or rather, let me check that again. Nielsen Audio no longer releases audience estimates for stations that do not subscribe to their services. Therefore, the estimates on stationratings.com, that's the website where I got this information from, they include only those stations that pay Nielsen Audio for this data. And stationratings.com may not include all the stations that serve each market, so keep that in mind. Alright, that's it. Here's a look at the ratings books for Philadelphia from August of 2020. So what I do is I read through the entire list as I got it written down from stationratings.com, and then at the end we'll look at the top 10 stations in listenership, as in total listeners that they attracted to their station in the past month. Alright, so here we go. And we're going to do things different. We started at the top. We're going to work our way up this time. So we're going to start with number 35, which is WRFF 1045 HD2, which airs a rock format. They got a 0.0 rating in the market, but they accumulated 11,900 listeners. Alright, then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stations tied for 30th place. Alright. Out of town country station WPUR. This is a country station out of Atlantic City, which I did not talk about in my Philadelphia rundown of their radio market. That's WPUR 107.3. They broadcast the country music format. Also, WXCY 103.7, which technically broadcasts from northeastern Maryland, but somehow they show up on the Philadelphia books I assume they would show up on the Baltimore books. I think they will, but they do show up here in Philadelphia. Also tied for 30th is Adult Contemporary Station WFPG 96.9. Hot Adult Contemporary Station WJLK 94.3. And Adult Contemporary Station WOBM 92.7. All 5 stations registered a 0.1 share of the market. And based on total number of listeners, I did not write WXCY's numbers down. I apologize for that. But the numbers that I do have, WFPG has the largest audience of these stations with the 0.1 share at 39,000, followed by WPUR at 36,900, WJLK at 94.3 at 7,000, and WOBM at 4,600, which means this station registered the lowest audience of the stations surveyed in the Philadelphia market. That's crazy. I have only 4,600 people tune to your station in a week. That is pretty bizarre. All right, next up at number 27, you got a tie here as well with Spanish Tropical Station WHAT 1340 and Hot Adult Contemporary Station WSJO 104.9, known on the Jersey Shore as Sojo 1049. Both stations tied for 27th, registering a 0.2 share, with Sojo 1049 having the highest audience at 47,500, the WHAT's 36,500. In a two-way tie for 25th is Wilmington, Delaware Top 40 CHR station WSTW 93.7 and Philadelphia-based Spanish Tropical Station WEMG 1310. Well, technically they're licensed to Camden, New Jersey, but you get the idea. Both stations registered a 0.7 share, a 0.7 share. Largest audience would go to WSTW, which is known as Star 93.7, at 182,800 listeners throughout August versus 75,700 for WEMG. Coming in at number 24 is Trenton, New Jersey Top 40 station WPST 94.5. They're known simply as 94.5 PST. They came in 24th in the market with a 1.0 share and a total audience of 236,700. At number 23 is WPEN 97.5 The Fanatic. This is the ESPN radio station in Philadelphia. They registered a 1.3 share in the market and an audience of 164,500 throughout the month. They got a pair of talk radio stations timed for 21st. Of course, Philadelphia-based news talker Talk Radio 1210 WPHT, along with Trenton-based talk station New Jersey 101.5 WKXW, both tied for 21st in the Philly market with a 1.4 share. And WKXW has had the largest audience in August at 165,400 versus 142,400 who tuned in to WPHT. All right, now we're into the top 20. And coming in at number 20 is Urban One based Hip Hop 103.9 WPHI. which finished the month with a 1.7 share and a total audience of 264,600. All right. Next up is a tie for 18th with University of Pennsylvania owned adult album alternative station WXPN 88.5 and Entercom's commercial top 40 station WTDY Today's Hits 96.5 TDY. Both tied for 18th with a 1.8 share of the market. The largest audience easily goes to WTDY at 470,000 exactly versus WXPN's 198,700. So the audience on 96.5 is more than double that of WXPN. At number 17 is another Urban One owned station. That's WRNB 100.3 FM, also known as 100.3 RNB. This is an urban AC station, and they finished 17th in the market with a 2.1 share and a total audience of 366,300. All right. Number 16 is Temple University's classical and jazz station, WRTI 90.1, which came in at number 16 with a 2.6 share of the market and a total audience of 127,300. All right, number 15 is Urban One's WPPZ Classics 107.9, which plays urban oldies. They finished the month with a 2.7 share of the market and a total audience of 282,900. Coming in at number 14 is iHeartMedia's WRFF Alt 104.5, featuring an alternative rock format, as you can tell by the branding. They were 14th with a 3.0 share and a total audience of 493,900. Now we'll see if that is enough for them to get into the top 10 in total audiences in Philadelphia for August in just a little bit. All right. iHeartRadio's top 40 station, WIOQ 102.1 or Q102, and their sister soft adult contemporary station, 106.1 The Breeze, WISX, both finish in a tie for 12th place with a 3.6 share. With Q102 having slightly the largest audience of the two stations at 600,900, whereas 106.1 The Breeze recorded 559,000. And just on the doorstep of the top 10 at number 11 is Beasley Broadcast Group's 92.5 WXTU, which is the country station in Philly. They finished 11th with a 4.1 share of the market and a cumulative audience of 524,900. And that brings us to the top 10, and we begin with a tie for 9th place. With Entercom-owned classic hits station 98.1 WOGL and iHeartMedia hip-hop station WUSL 98.9, known in the city of brotherly love as Power 99, both tied for 9th place with a 4.2 share of the market. The largest audience of the two goes to WOGL at 641,200 listeners throughout August, compared to 522,900 on Power 99. In fact, I gotta correct myself here because the total cumulative audience for WOGL in August is actually 707,100. So I shortchanged them about 60,000 listeners. Sorry about that. That said, let's go to number 8, which is WBEN 95.7 Ben FM, which is owned by Beasley Broadcast Group and offers an adult hits format. They came in at number 8 with a 4.5 share of the market, and this is the station who had an audience of 641,200. All right, number 7 is the highest rated non-commercial station in Philadelphia, and that's News Talker WHYY 90.9. Of course, this station is owned by the same people that owns PBS station WHYY Channel 12. Anyway, WHYY FM came in 7th in the ratings with a 4.8 share, pretty solid number for a 7th place station, and a cumulative audience of 366,800. So, of the stations in the top 10 in the ratings, this station had the smallest audience. Taking the number 6 spot is 94.1 WIP, also known as Sports Radio 94 WIP. They finished with a 4.9 share and an audience of 421,200. All right, now we've reached our top 5, starting off with number 5, and that's Beasley Broadcast Group's classic rock station, WMGK 102.9, which registered a solid 5.7 in the August books and posted a total audience of 806,300. So just about half the city was listening to this station at one point in August. You know, Philly is a city of about 1.57 million people, if you don't count the suburbs. Number 4 is Entercom-owned all-news station KYW News Radio 1060, finishing 4th in the ratings with a 6.1 share and an audience of 589,600 listeners. So apparently, Entercom does well with their all-news radio stations. Because I looked at the numbers out of Chicago on Sunday night, and their all-news radio station was number 1. I'll probably do a video on that real soon. But yeah, KYW finished 4th in the Philadelphia ratings in August. That brings us to our top 3. KYW's sister station, WBEB 101.1, which is an adult contemporary station known as B101.1, finished 3rd with a 6.2 share of the market and a total audience of 875,500. Coming in 2nd is Beasley Broadcast Group's mainstream rocker 93.3 WMMR with a 6.4 share of the market and a total audience of 600,000. And then the number 1 station, the highest rated radio station in Philadelphia for August 2020, according to Nielsen, is iHeartRadio's Urban AC station, 105.3 WDAS FM, which pretty much ran away with the ratings in Philadelphia last month, posting an 8.8 share of the market. Yes, an 8.8 share. That's pretty huge for an urban station. That's pretty huge for any station in general. And they had a total audience of 578,400. Now, did WDAS end up in the top 10 in total audiences? We're about to find out. The top 10 stations in Philadelphia in total audiences are WBE. Well, we'll start at number 10 and work our way up. Number 10 is 92.5 WXTU at 524,900. Coming in at number 9 is WISX 106.1 The Breeze at 559,000. Nice round figure. Number 8 is WDAS FM 105.3 at 578,400. So, they ranked number 1 in the ratings in August, but based on total number of listeners, they are the 8th most listened to station in Philadelphia. Number 7 is KYW News Radio 1060 at 589,600. Number 6 is Q102 WIOQ at 600,900. And that brings us to our top 5. The number 2 station in the ratings is also the 5th most listened to station in Philadelphia, and that's 93.3 WMMR at 602,000 listeners throughout August. Number 4 is WBEN FM, 95.7 Ben FM at 641,200. Number 3 is 98.1 WOGL at 707,100. Then rounding out the top 10, you've got Classic Rock 102.9 WMGK at 806,300. And the most listened to radio station in Philadelphia based on total listeners is WBEB B101.1 at 875,500. All right. Now, this is what I didn't do in my Phoenix ratings rundown. I'll list 5 or 6 honorable mentions. These are the stations in terms of total audiences that just missed the top 10. In order, you've got WUSL Power 99 at 522,900. So they had 2,000 fewer listeners than number 10 WXTU. 12th place is Power 99's sister station, Alt 104.5, coming in at 493,900. Number 13 is 96.5 WTDY at 470,000. At number 14 is WTDY's sister station, Sports Radio 94 WIP at 421,200. And number 15 is WHYY 90.9 at 366,800. And just beating them out by 500 listeners, literally by 500 listeners, is R&B 100.3 WRNB, which came in at 366,300. So those are the Nielsen radio ratings from Philadelphia for the month of August 2020. We will continue this series. And since I mentioned the Chicago radio market, I'll do that market next. So be on the watch out for that. Plus, it's football season. As you know, we also talk football on this channel. I made my week 1 picks earlier this week. And I sat down and watched the Chiefs and Texans play last night. I will have a review of that game and all the week 1 games on Tuesday. So watch out for that as well. So if you're new to my channel, I welcome you. And if you like what I'm doing, like, comment, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell twice, and be notified every time I upload a video. Alright, this is Big Al signing off. Have a great weekend, and I will talk to you on Tuesday for the week 1 review in the NFL. Or if you're looking for some more radio talk, I may be back later on today with the Chicago ratings. And then we'll talk about one station that ended up switching formats because of it. Alright, this is Big Al signing off. Thanks for listening. Have a great day. Peace.